Mr. Reyes. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good
I
morning.
appreciate you having me, Travis. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. So, what do you have for us today? I've had a few agents asking for an AI webinar and just some information because they want to incorporate it into their business a little bit more, and I think they just don't know where to start, or maybe they're a little afraid of it. So,
Awesome. Well, I
yeah,
got some really good information for everybody on this call today.
awesome.
Okay, great. So let's get right to it. And then, Travis, if you can, I'm now starting to share my screen. If you could just let me know if you can see this without issue so we can be underway. 1 second. There we go. All right. And we should be good. You good?
Yep, you're there. All right.
All right. Good morning, everybody. So I want to thank you just for giving me your time. And I promise you, this will be some really good, straightforward information. No carrots being dangled here. As Travis mentioned, I get to travel all across the United States and speak at some of the biggest events in real estate, including the National Association of Realtors, the California Association of Realtors, about 9 or 10 years in a row. And for some of the biggest brands and the largest event on the East Coast, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, I've been doing it for quite some time. But at the same time, I'm also a real estate broker. I'm a mortgage loan originator and I'm an active real estate investor. So I buy real estate actively now. I make my moves and do certain things. But my point is that I'm always constantly learning. And I'm very excited to be here with you today because you see that this event is sponsored by iConnect and the Real Tech Tour. And Travis, that's how we connected. And I'll share more information about these awesome organizations. But I'm on a mission right now, traveling across the country, speaking to real estate agents everywhere, doing a ton of Zooms. In fact, I'm actually speaking to you at an office. I'm going to be speaking in an office right now. I just asked the broker, can I jump in on your conference room? And he's like, absolutely. I just want to share with you that top photo there. That's a 2.5 hour session. We literally have agents that are standing because it's standing room only, sitting on the floor. The fire marshal from the hotel ended up coming in. This is in Las Vegas and said, guys, we need to do something here because there's just way too many people. This was actually the line for the very next session. Unfortunately, many of these people didn't even get in because a lot of the agents who were already sitting in just stayed there. And so that's my way of just sharing with you all the information that I bring today has been validated. And then I'm going to hit on this point. 2025, every one of you should be promoting your business by leveraging both AI and video marketing. When I talk about it being a game changer, it truly is. So let me play this video as an opportunity for me to introduce myself to you.
And then next is one of my favorite companies in all the industry called Social Networks.
And more than anything, it's really about how to stand out in your local marketplace. How do you bring more value to your clients? You're in a position right now where clients are questioning real estate agents, the value of a realtor more today than ever before. Real estate agents are in a position right now where we need to be able to deliver more value to our clients, not just for the sake of elevating the brand of being a realtor, but more importantly, to be able to help the clients themselves.
We are pumped because this is the best class ever. I can't even wait to go home and start using all these tools.
Unbelievable.
You have to see
amazing.
this.
Everything we could possibly use to increase our social business.
Rock star status.
Rock on.
And why video? Well, we've become very impatient. The average person is being hit with over 100,000 words on a per day basis because of digital technology. When we look at our cell phones, it's constant advertisements that are being promoted in front of us. Instagram, they've made big moves, and the reason being is because one of the popular things with Instagram is the stories. Short, straight to the point. You got 10 seconds, 15 seconds in order for you to get your message out.
When we met, I was maybe 2 or 3 months in the business. You opened up my eyes to video and made it so simple and approachable. Video just took me from 0 to 100 very, very quickly.
So what I would recommend that everybody in this room go on out and create is a video that introduces you, introduces your value proposition, and tell your clients, tell your consumers, buyers and sellers, why should they care about you?
John's been a friend for many years. I still work with John. They're a great company, and I've learned a lot, and he's really helped me up my game in the world of social media and video.
One of the most valuable things.
All right, I'm going to stop there just for the sake of time. But the whole idea is this. We've never met. Some of you we've met. In fact, I saw the name Paul DeMambro, and I'm like, hey, Paul, I remember you. So that's great to reconnect. It's been a few years. But the exciting thing about the concept here is that if you didn't know me, at least you have somewhat of an introduction as to my value and my background. And the same thing is true for real estate agents that need to go on out and to engage with today's buyers and sellers and to make sure that we could hook them. When I'm done with my training, I'm going to let you know about a couple of things. One is I just launched this book called 21 Strategies. And this is the reason I'm on a mission to do so many trainings in 2025, is because we want to sell over 10,000 of these copies. I did interviews with 21 of the most amazing real estate professionals that I know, and we have consolidated chapters, key takeaways, and they're from some of the best in the business. And so that's very exciting for me to share with you. And our sponsors, as I mentioned, this event is being put on by iConnect as well as Calc. And so you guys have the opportunity to download the apps, but more importantly, let us give you some notes for my session today. Pull your phone out, scan this QR code. I will put this code in the chat box as well, but I want to make sure that you have some things that you could do immediately afterwards. And so these are 7 key strategies for ChatGPT and video marketing that you can access right away. So just scan this QR code, enter your information, you'll get the 7 key takeaways, and then we can continue to move on, okay? So I know I only have a little bit of time with you guys today, so I want to get right to it. But the helpful guides, they're super helpful. When I speak at events like NAR, some of the big national conferences, they ask me to bring handouts, and therefore I just mimic exactly what I do on these big events. Now, it's very important that you all realize this. We need to constantly evolve. The real estate community, for some reason, has been very slow to evolve. The consumer mindset, the way our clients work, has changed, but many real estate agents are still somewhat stuck in the same way of doing business as they did 10 years ago. Case in point, if I was to ask all of you on this call right now, and please, I encourage you, use a chat box just because I do appreciate the back and forth. But if you're already using video marketing consistently for your business, I won't even ask about AI because that's relatively new. But video marketing is something that's really not new. It's been around for more than a decade. If you've been consistently using video marketing, meaning that you've created at least one video per week for the last, on average, 52 weeks of last year, put yes in the chat box. And if no, then put no, okay? And if you don't put an answer, that means that you're not following me on this. So put yes if you're doing it, no if you're not. And I'm assuming by the time that we're done calculating these answers, the majority of most people on here will unfortunately put no. But here's a reason as to why I want to drive this point. Blockbuster at one time was the most dominant video company in the market. They were not one of the top, they were the top. If you wanted to rent a movie on a Friday or Saturday night, you wanted to have a family night, you went down to Blockbuster. This was before Redbox and all of that. Well, Blockbuster had an opportunity to buy a small, not so known company back in the day, 20 years ago, called Netflix. And Netflix said, we believe people, the consumer mentality and mindset is changing. They're not going to want to go to the video store. They're going to want to download and stream videos on their digital device. And this was so a long time ago that it was really hard to see the future. And so Blockbuster, this article on the Inc. magazine says that the CEO of Blockbuster pretty much laughed in the face of Reed Hastings, the CEO of Netflix, because he didn't even make a counter offer. If we get an offer we're not happy with, what should we do? We should counter. He didn't even offer a counter. He was just covering his face, kind of laughing. Reed Hastings went on to say, the shoes being worn by the CEO of Blockbuster cost more than the car that I was driving in. Fast forward, Blockbuster's now filed bankruptcy, and I purposely did not update this slide from when I created this maybe 45, 60 days ago. But about 45 to 60 days ago, Netflix was valued at just under $300 billion. And the reason I've yet to update it is because I want to ask you, what do you think today's value is? Well, as of Friday, it was $346 billion. Value of Netflix, Blockbuster's gone bust. I'm talking to you as somebody who is actively traveling, training, coaching agents, and at the same time, I'm still closing real estate deals. In fact, I just secured, if you guys connect with me on Instagram, I just secured a buyer for my seller's property where rightfully I should have never even gotten the sale. I'll explain to you exactly what happened. I got a call from a client on a Sunday night, and she says to me, hey, John, my husband and I are looking to sell our home, and we were referred to you by our attorney. Now, my dad was in the business. He said I should interview multiple real estate agents. He said I should interview at least 4. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Sunday night. She says, Monday, tomorrow, can you meet us at our property in the city of Upland? Unfortunately, I could not meet him. And the reason is because I had a flight the very next morning to fly to New Jersey to go do a training with 200 plus real estate agents. I asked, is there any way we can meet tonight? She said, unfortunately not. We're not in the area. I said, not a problem. I'll drive to you. She says, John, you don't understand. My husband and I, we're not together. And then I said, okay, is there any opportunity for us to maybe connect online tomorrow? She says tomorrow is going to be dedicated fully to just agent interviews. Now, I'm at a huge disadvantage. You guys know this. If you've been in this business long enough to know, you know that there's a tremendous opportunity when you can meet with a prospect in person, especially if you could do it quickly. So I said, her name is Lay. I said, Lay, let me ask you this. How many homes have you sold before? She says, I haven't sold any before. This is my first sale. And I said, are there any questions that you have? Is there anything that keeps you up late at night that you're concerned with? Before I could even finish completing my sentence, she interjects and says, exposure. What are you going to do to get the exposure for my home? And I said, Lay, the number that you just called me with, is this your cell phone number? She says, yes, it is. I said, perfect. Here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to shoot you on over a text. And in my text, I'm going to include 2 videos. The first video is going to be an opportunity for me to introduce myself. This is a chance for me to put a face to a name. The second, I'm going to send you a video of a client who's already worked with me. Because, Late, as you can imagine, it's one thing for us to talk about how great we are as real estate agents. It's another thing for our clients to validate it for us. If you like what you see, or if you're impressed by what I sent, just simply send me a text back or give me a call. Otherwise, I'll follow with you in the next 10 minutes or so, because it won't take you 10 minutes to watch these videos. Now, what I did was this, is I set an anchor to say, I'm going to send you a link, 2 links, 2 videos. Watch them, because I'm going to be calling you anyways. Let me show you the very first video that I sent her way.
Chances are you already know a real estate agent, whether that be a friend or even a close family member. But here's the thing, I would like the opportunity to introduce myself and my team to you. My name is John Reyes and I'm with Move Fast, Move Now, and we are a team that services the Southern California real estate market. So let me give you 3 reasons as to why you should pick up the phone and give us a call the next time you're looking to buy or sell real estate. Number 1, our use of technology. We leverage the latest in digital technology and social media marketing in order to enhance the overall buying and selling experience for each and every one of our clients. Number 2, communication. The last thing you want to do is to pick up the phone, reach out to your agent, and not have anybody else on the other end of the line. We don't work that way. And then number 3 is education. We believe firmly that the more that you know, the more you're empowered to make the right decision for you and your family. So if you're thinking about buying or selling real estate or doing both, pick up the phone and reach out to me today. Again, John Reyes will Move Fast, Move Now.
Okay, so for those of you taking notes, key points. This is a 30 to 60 second video where you introduce yourself and share 1, 2, max 3 reasons as to why somebody should pick up the phone and call you if they're thinking about buying or selling real estate. So in short, when I sent this client the video, she called me back right away, and these were her words. We will not sign until we meet with you. We ended up meeting on a Tuesday after I had just conducted a 2.5-hour training for over 200 agents, and the broker did a happy hour. We were at a beautiful golf course. I went immediately outside, sat on the deck, pulled up my iPad, and did a Zoom with my client. I look around to the corner and I see a whole line of real estate agents just watching me in action, because I had just shared with them this very thing that I shared with you. On the Zoom meeting, I went through, gave my presentation, locked in the listing. And so that's a listing for me where in my market, we're about average 670, maybe 700. We took that listing at just under $800,000. And again, I just put that property under contract. So now we're opening up escrow today. Fully stoked, but this is not something I did a year ago. This is something that I just did right now. I have a listing that I'm taking that I've already signed the contract. Photos are being done tomorrow at approximately 4 p.m. And I'm doing it so I can get some sunset shots. But I had somebody contact me, wanted to see a property. She was already on the way to go meet with another realtor right after seeing my home. But I sent her this video, and she ended up telling my wife, because we ended up taking the listing, of course. But she's like, it's just like John says, I know so many real estate agents. If you notice, that was the first line in my video. Chances are you already know a real estate agent, perhaps a family member or maybe even a friend, right? So for you, when you are creating this video, what I would encourage you to do is start off with a hook. And here's a hook that you can all steal. This is an easy one. If you're watching this video, chances are you're interested in either buying or selling real estate. Hi, my name is John Reyes, and I'm a real estate agent with Rise Realty out here in the beautiful city of fill in the blank. You can say the city if you want, or you could just let people know that you service Southern California, or you can let them know that you service the San Diego County market, whatever you feel most comfortable with. For me, I say Southern California. I'm a real estate agent who services Southern California. I want to keep it somewhat general because I also want those referrals coming on in as well. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to transition on over to is that when you guys do take listings, leverage it as an opportunity. Think about every listing that you get in 2025 as not just an asset for your client, but also an asset for you. How can you take this listing and create multiple pieces of content to promote on the internet? I just want to show you a fun one. This is from one of my friends. He's a real estate agent, one of the top in his market in the city of Downey. For well over a decade, he's been one of the top real estate agents of his local board. He's built an amazing real estate portfolio himself. Truth be told, he doesn't have to sell real estate in order to live the amazing lifestyle that he lives. But what I love about him is that he's constantly evolving. This is called a video with a transitional hook. It's meant to get the attention of the prospect right away.
Hey guys, I'm rolling out.
I love the fact that he committed to it. White shirt, green grass, skateboard. It's all there. One more just for fun.
58. Oh! Hey guys, the real estate market is moving fast.
Okay, so now why do I share this? Why do I show this? Well, I show it to you because the reality is that a lot of agents are talking about AI. And my thought is very simple. If you're not using video and that's been around for 10 years, then the chances of you being an agent that adopts now AI when we didn't adopt the technology that's right in front of us and also available on our cell phones, there's a disconnect. There's a reason as to why you haven't done it just yet. And I would say to you that maybe either A, you've yet to experience the pain points of just losing out on deals, or more likely, you just haven't made the connection where you've missed out on a deal because of the lack of these resources, and we just haven't connected the dots with feeling the pain. I had called a for sale by owner, booked an appointment. I was scheduled to go to the beach with my family that day. I don't even like the beach. I hate the beach personally. And it was for my brother-in-law's birthday. But the for sale by owner was like, yes, John, this sounds great. Come on down right now. Literally, my family is waiting for me. And he agreed. Tomorrow, not a problem. We'll meet tomorrow. I ended up going to the beach. And the very next day, when I called him to book the appointment, he said, John, I'm so sorry. I got so excited after talking to you that I did get another call from another realtor, and I've already signed a listing agreement. I was so angry about that to myself because I was 100% my fault. I should have definitely done something. I told the family, I'll meet you down at the beach. I'll meet you there in an hour, whatever. But in order to fill a pain point, I went to the bank. I deducted the cash that I knew I would have made on this deal so I could touch it, feel it, see it, and really absorb what I lost in that particular deal. Some of you guys might say, hey, family time is more important. I get it, but I told you, I don't like the beach. If it was something that I liked, that'd be completely different. Guys, look, in the 1990s, 70% of transactions were closed with a real estate agent within the sphere of a buyer or seller. In 2024, that number dropped drastically to 32%. That's pretty remarkable. Drop down to 32%, which means more of our clients are going outside and they're going to the big players, the big portals like Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, all of that. So there are things that we need to do to just be more proactive. Now, how do we leverage AI to do this? Write this down if you're not already doing it. ChatGPT. I know so many of you are already using ChatGPT. Guys, I'm telling you, chances are you have not really peeled back the value of ChatGPT. Very, very few agents, even the tech-savvy ones, have. It's not just about writing property descriptions. That's at the bare minimum. That's like beyond, that's like before entry-level property descriptions. There's so much more that could be done. Feel free to take a screenshot of what I have on the screen here. But I asked ChatGPT, I said, I'm looking to create some video content in order to engage with buyers and sellers. I would like for you to provide me a total of 10 hooks that I can use for my videos. And so here's what they provided me. Don't buy a home without asking this one critical question. Now, if I was to ask you, what's a critical question that a buyer should ask? There's actually a lot of critical questions. So I'll just throw out a few for the sake of time. Don't buy a home without asking this one critical question. How much do I qualify for? And then boom, I can go into the conversation about qualifying for a home loan. There's no point in searching for a home before you understand how much you can afford. Don't buy a home without asking this one critical question. Should I get a home inspection? And then, of course, I can talk about the value of a home inspection. The idea is that when we can create video content, we want to keep it short, concise, straight to the point. Write down on your notes, 15 to 25 seconds. According to Google, 15 to 25 seconds for real estate agents, these are going to be the best chances of your videos being watched. So informative content, okay? Informative content. Travis, let's just say it's your birthday. So today's your birthday, and I know because you're a past client of mine that you celebrate your birthday. Now, Travis, I can send you a message on Facebook, just like all the other 100, 200, 300 people. Chances are that message is gonna be lost. I could send you a text message. Now that's more direct. That's pretty dang nice. But what if I grab my phone and I said, hey, Travis, this is John Reyes here, and I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Travis, I hope you get everything that you want today and more. Travis, have a happy birthday. And if I sent you a text with that video and I said your name, how would that make you feel? How do you think that'd make you feel, Travis?
It's much more personal. It's not just the automatic reply on Facebook, happy birthday, or hope you have a great one or whatever. So it's definitely more personal.
Exactly. And it's think about it, guys, sake of time. I don't want to work harder than I have to. I value my time tremendously. As I've gotten older, I realize that I value it more. So how long did that take me? 7 seconds, 8 seconds? Now to write a little message and to send it to Travis, I'm all in 30 seconds. But what's my net result? When Travis watches that, how much of a connection, how much of a feel good is that for him? I created a video when you guys were talking about the financing side. Rates at one point were the lowest that they had been in about 5.5 months, and then they went back up. I grabbed my phone, I recorded a video, and I just said, if you're watching this video, it's because you were thinking about buying a home. Hey, I don't know where you're at in the process, but I just want you to know that the rates are the lowest that they've been in the last 5.5 months. If you're still thinking about, or if you're even considering buying, then we should talk. I sent that video to a handful of my prospects. And truth be told, I recorded that video in my kitchen. I sat on my couch and I sat there and I texted while I was rewatching episodes of Breaking Bad in my living room. So very chill, right? Just going through the motions, texting answers. I had one of my clients respond, and her name is Brisa. Brisa responded back to me, and then that turned into me jumping on the phone with her. And then her fiance was asleep because he's an officer, works nights. When he woke up, we jumped on a call. 2 days later, they sent me a listing that they wanted to see. It was a new build. I took them to the new build, signed them in. They're actually signing loan docs tomorrow. We will be closing that deal today. And then I made a relationship with D.R. Horton. Over the weekend, one of my clients went to D.R. Horton without even telling me. She had already went into the building. And then I called my sales rep and I'm like, hey, my client went down there. And she's like, John, don't even worry about it. And I said, I could jump in the car and I could drive. She's like, John, you're cool. Don't even worry about it. Thank you for sending her. And so I was able to lock that deal as well. We signed her in. And then yesterday, my client officially signed the contract. So this just goes back to leveraging something like ChatGPT. So let me show you this. This is very exciting. So I'm going to show you right now at one of my favorite prompts on ChatGPT. And then I'm going to do this live. I'm going to do this live ChatGPT display for you. ChatGPT can do some of the best research in the history of mankind, better than what you most likely can do, more efficiently for sure. Here's my prompt. A prompt is direction to ChatGPT. So I have it highlighted on the left side of the screen. And feel free to steal this, okay? I want you to do customer research for me. Tell me 10 frustrations, 10 desires, 10 dreams, and 10 fears that my audience experiences related to fill in the blank, whatever you want. Home buyers, home sellers, people that need to sell a home and buy a home. In this case, I just want to focus on home sellers. So I put related to homeowners who want to sell their home. Format the output of the 10 frustrations, 10 wants, 10 fears in a table. The x-axis should be numbered 1 through 10, and the y-axis should include desire, frustration, dream, and fear. 10 from, okay, so now I'm going to come on over here. I'm going to just paste that prompt and then look at the response that it will give me. I asked for a table, so it should give it to me in table form, just to be a little bit easier for me to read. And you guys are seeing the table being created right in front of you. What's a frustration? Not knowing how to price a home accurately, dealing with the unrealistic buyer demands, preparing the home for sale. That's an annoying one. What's a desire? To sell quickly, to sell efficiently, to find a qualified buyer easily, to avoid costly renovations. What's a dream of a seller? Achieve top dollar for the sale, receive multiple competitive offers. You can see where I'm going with this. What's a fear? Overpricing and driving away buyers, selling below market value, spending money on upgrades that don't increase value. So now I'm going to come back to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, this is awesome. Now, do you need to edify AI? You know what? I don't know. I'm going to say no, but if AI ever takes over the world, I want them to remember John Reyes was at least nice to me. Okay. So this is awesome. So I'm going to say, please create a total of, please create actually a 100-word blog. Follow me on this that I can read for each of these topics. In fact, I'm going to change this a 100-word blog that I can read. Watch this, guys, in first person for each of these topics. Include a hook utilizing the main point. A hook can be something like, okay, let's see, learn how to sell quickly and efficiently. Now, all I'm doing is this. Feel free to take a screenshot before I hit the enter button. So I'll just count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I just asked for was a 100-word blog written in first person, leveraging the hook from the main point that they just gave me. What I'm doing here is I'm asking ChatGPT to provide me 40 scripts that I can read right from any of my apps that allow me to just copy, paste, and upload. So what if I created a video that said this? Struggling to set the right price for your home? Pricing your home correctly can feel like a puzzle. Too high and buyers may overlook it. Too low and you risk leaving money on the table. I've learned that the key is understanding the local market trends and comparable sales. If you're thinking about selling your home, I'd love the opportunity to talk to you. Give me a call. So now you see what I did is I made a modification here where I cut out that last portion just to make it more short and concise. Or I can say, struggling to set the right price for your home? Hi, I'm John Reyes, and I'm a real estate agent with Rise Realty. Pricing your home correctly can feel like a puzzle. Too high, you see where I'm going with this, right? So now this is a beautiful thing about leveraging something like ChatGPT. I don't have time to let it write out all the scripts for us, guys, and I just want to continue to move forward. But this is where, when I say AI and all these other types of things can make a difference in your business, they truly, truly can. So what do you need to get started? Well, in today's class, I'm going to be doing a workshop. Every agent here today is going to create a video. But for you, I just tell you, you need a smartphone. The next thing that I would advise is for you to have a tripod. A tripod is something that you can buy. They charge 15, 20 bucks online. You can get them even cheaper. This is my favorite one. I'll be using it in the workshop today, but it's exactly what you see on the screen. Something to simply just hold your phone. And then what makes a good video? A hook. Thinking about buying a home? Here's the one thing that you need to know. And then a concise message. Hi, I'm John Reyes with Rise Realty. And then I could get right to it. And then a solid delivery. Practice what you're going to say and include a CTA, a call to action for every one of your videos. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate, I'd love the opportunity to talk to you. Give me a call. Okay. Now I'm going to just show you a couple more things and then I'm going to wrap for the sake of time. I'm looking at my watch here and I got a few more minutes with you. Hopefully you like what you're learning today. If you do like what you're learning today, put it in the chat box and tell me that you do like it. If you don't like it, don't put anything, okay? So I said ChatGPT can be used for property descriptions, market research, marketing plans, content creation, and more. But what if I told you ChatGPT could read documents for you and provide you really good explanations or responses? I took the open house non-agency disclosure. As of August 16th or 17th, I can't remember the day, I am a certified forms trainer for CAR education. So I'm very familiar with the forms, but I was trying to craft a script. How do I get somebody to be familiar and comfortable with signing this new form, knowing that most people are not familiar with signing a legal document. They're used to signing in at an open house, but not a legal document. So I uploaded this document to ChatGPT, and this is the response that ChatGPT gave me when I said, give me a response, a script that I can use.
Here's a simple, straightforward pitch you can use to explain the open house non-advisory form to your visitors. Hi, welcome to the open house. Before you start looking around, I just need you to sign this open house non-advisory form. It's a standard document we use to make sure we're all on the same page. This form lets you know.
Okay, now it's a little too long. So I asked ChatGPT, I like this, but can you make it more short, more concise, more to the point? So that's exactly what ChatGPT did, and they're going to read it to us.
Certainly. Here's a more concise version. Hi, welcome. Before you explore the house, I just need you to sign this quick form. It simply states that I'm representing the seller today, so any info we discuss will be shared with them. It's just for transparency. If you have any questions or want to discuss working together, let me know. Thanks.
Okay, so now I'm going to take it a step further. I have this building that is currently under contract. I'm selling this for my client. And so I received an underwritten report from CoStar. I took this 101-page document and I uploaded it to ChatGPT. Look at the information. It's information on the market, the submarket, the vacancy rates, the comparables in the area. And I also uploaded a zonomics report. This is a report that took about 2.5 days to prepare. And I paid about $90 for it. And this is information specific to the zoning ordinances for this particular property. And then what I did is I uploaded both documents to ChatGPT. And then I said, I have a seller who's looking to sell this building. Can you give me a concise summary of things that I can speak to him about as I'm looking to get this sale? So then what ChatGPT did was within a matter of seconds, it was able to give me information, a concise summary on the property overview, the zoning, the current use, the zoning insights, the zone purpose, development potential, even information specific to the parking, market analysis based on the market rents, the vacancy factors. I mean, you could see the amount of information that it's giving me there. It's unbelievable. I even got a little lazy and said, tell me which document and which pages I can screenshot the graphs from so I can incorporate them into my presentation. I was flown out to New Jersey. I was speaking at Anywhere. If you guys are familiar, Anywhere owns Coldwell Banker, Sotheby's, Better Homes and Garden, ERA. And I was doing a training for high-level commercial agents. Just to attend the training, you had to pay a considerable amount of money. It was a couple $1,000. And I did a 1-hour session on ChatGPT for commercial real estate. And when I showed this, agents were blown away because they had just spent 6 hours learning how to pour through this type of information. The average real estate agent would take a couple of days probably just to decipher that info. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is write this down, captions, CAPTIONS, captions. It's an AI-powered application that is my favorite for video marketing. It's available for iOS as well as Droid. And this app, you can buy it for $9.99 a month or pay $65 for the year. I'm going to play a video quickly from my client out in Jersey. Her name is Laura Adams. I want you to see the video. It's in 3 phases. Phase number 1 is what she originally uploaded. Phase number 2 is me uploading to captions. And with one tap, I was able to enhance the audio to make it sound like she's using a microphone that's AI powered. And then I was also able to add captions on the video. Portion number 3 is simply just adding music right behind it.
What is up, everybody? It's Laura Adams, Vice President over here at Century 21 Action Plus Realty.
I'm stoked to connect with you guys again. So I can promise you moving forward, you're going to hear a lot more from me here on this Live with Laura page, and I'm super excited. We're going to talk all things real estate, all the good things going on here at Century 21. I might add some health.
Okay, so what we did there is we elevated the video, and I did that in less than 3 minutes, okay? In 3 minutes, me taking my time, I was able to enhance the audio, add captions, and add music, all for using an app that costs $9.99 a month or $65 for the year. If there was one app that I would highly recommend that you get, it's that one. I added music with an app called CapCut, and that's free. So remember, I told you to download my notes. That includes all that information there for you as well. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you on this side before I get into my closing is that there's also another license for captions. This one's more pricey. It's about $300 for the year. But what it allows you to do is to create a video with your AI twin. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually putting a script. I'm putting a script introducing myself as a professional agent. So that way I could have one of those intro videos that I first showed you of mine, but by creating a video without ever recording the video. And then I add some music with CapCut. And then I use the AI function to take my video and to make it look as if I'm not reading a script, but instead I'm looking right at the screen. So on the left side, here's the crazy part. The left side, that's the video that I recorded one time. All they were doing was having me speak for a minute to mimic my audio. The right side, AI actually corrects my eyesight. And guys, look, you're not going to learn on this call. It's just too short of time on exactly the mechanics. The purpose of today's call is just so you can experience what's available to you. So this is a video that I created without ever recording this specific video.
Hello, my name is John Reyes. With more than 20 years experience as a broker, realtor, and mortgage loan originator, I bring a wealth of knowledge to both buyers and sellers. I hold a degree in business administration, and over the years, I've honed my ability to leverage the latest digital technology to enhance the real estate experience for my clients. My commitment to clear communication and client education ensures that every step of the buying or selling process is fully understood.
All right. So now here's the beautiful thing. If you guys
are
like
thinking of buying or selling real estate today, call me.
Then I want to give you a couple of different options. Number one is that I'm going to put this link in the chat box because I want to make sure you all have access to it. This is if you have any interest in wanting to purchase the book that I have. Okay. So 21 Strategies, we sell it for $21. 21 Strategies, $21. And we are not even charging you shipping. Shipping, thankfully, is being sponsored by the Real Tech Tour, as well as iConnect for every agent in America. And I'm very thankful to them about that. And that just makes it simple and easy. My team, we get the books out in less than 24 hours. Now, the next thing that I'll show you is this. If any of you really like the training content that I am sharing with you today, common question that I get from most people is, okay, John, this is really good information, but how do we learn more from you? Like, what's the next step? And that's where I'm excited to share with you is that I have this program called Agent Growth Lab. And what Agent Growth Lab is this. It's over 6 hours of content, 12 weeks of training content that I've already previously recorded. It's available online. And I cover everything that I discussed with you today in detail, but walking you through the mechanics and the steps. Things like recording videos. When I talked about birthday messages, we go through how to do that. Utilizing captions in order to enhance the audio, how to add captions on your video. ChatGPT, I have a couple training sessions, not just how to learn to use ChatGPT for property descriptions, but I even show you how to leverage it to enhance your listing presentations. There's just so much content that we help you with. And it's a great online training program. In addition to that, we give you actionable steps. They're all recorded. You can contact me for support and feedback. And I also do routine trainings throughout the week. So that way I could invite you to a live session just so you could be fully immersed in it. Now, check this out, guys. For years, I've promoted this program. I'm always updating it. But I promoted it at $995, $695 if I'm being flown out for a really cool conference. But with iConnect, we're doing something a little different. We are dropping the price on this program to only $295. It's a one-time fee. There's no monthly fees, nothing like that. And it's like, buy it if you think this is going to make sense and you like it. And you get access to Agent Growth Lab. And if you are interested, we also include the Key Holders Edition, the hardcover version of 21 Strategies. So there's a lot of really cool value in what you get. Most agents, when they do buy it, this is the one that they purchase because they want access to the full content and access to me as well. So if any of you are interested in ordering, then I implore you, pull out your phones, scan the QR code. And Travis, I know it's 9:46. I had 9:45 as my timeline with all of you. but this now covers everything that I wanted to cover with your audience. Is there any questions that have come on in from anybody on this call?
We've seen a ton of questions. I have one. So
Okay.
there's different AI models out there. Is it 45 minutes because you need to leave, actually?
Yeah, so I had us down from 9 to 9:45, and then I have
Okay.
another session in just a few minutes, but I got a couple more
Okay.
minutes.
Real quick, AI models. So you're obviously using ChatGPT. There's a couple versions of that. Do you recommend someone getting started go ahead and purchase, any of the different versions of it, or are there other ones out there like Gemini that you use or have used? And what do you think is kind of the best for doing some of this type of research and things like that that you're doing?
So, okay, I've spent a lot of time with Gemini, the Google version, and I've spent a tremendous amount of time with ChatGPT. My heart goes back to ChatGPT. I heard that based off of my homework, the Gemini is better when it comes to things like reviews because they leverage Google reviews. But I travel often and I go to Europe every year, sometimes twice a year. And I was using ChatGPT and Gemini. And I apologize for the background sound. The
That's
meeting
fine.
for the office started and they're singing to somebody's birthday. But the idea is that when I leverage both, they're both really good, but I have felt that ChatGPT gives me clearer, more concise responses. I just feel like they were the first one to the party and kind of got it figured out. And Gemini's not bad. Don't get me wrong. Some of you are going to love using that. For me, though, being that I've spent considerable hours, I mean, countless hours on both platforms, if I'm going to do something daily, I just use ChatGPT. I think it's easier. I think it's fast. I think it's quick. It's easy to manage. I can have the app or the website. All my things are tracked. Gemini does the same thing, but I just personally like the responses from ChatGPT better.
All right. Manny asked, with your offering here, are AI prompts, are they included?
Are they what?
Included in your offering?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So when I send you guys your signups, that's all included in the package. So when I give you my answers, oh, you know what? And thank you for asking that. I forgot to let you guys know, you're the first audience today that I'm announcing this. I wrote this guide called a ChatGPT hack guide. It's actually 21 pages, funny enough, and no correlation to the book. It just happened to be 21 pages. And it's my prompts for everything, for my email campaigns, for my text campaigns. And I decided to include that at no additional charge. That guide by itself has been sold for about a year and a half for $295 on its own. But I just want to give back to iConnect and Real Tech Tour and all the sponsors. So my thought is that the more that I can give to you, the greater reach I have. And then I put a smile on everybody's face to say, hey, we're all connecting with more and more agents. So that will also be included. It's so new that I didn't even put a slide for you guys on that. So you'll have all my prompts, guys, if you guys get the Agent Growth Lab package. That's all included.
Cool. Yeah, the prompts are, I think agents struggle with the prompts. So I think a lot of people struggle with the prompts, not just agents. But
yeah, I put that all together because I spoke at an event in Miami, actually, and it was with top producing real estate agents all across the country. So I just wanted to make it so easy where all you do is just copy paste. And the guide includes QR codes, so that way you can actually scan the QR code and it takes you right to ChatGPT with the prompts already that I use. So, yep, that's all included in the Agent Growth Lab package. And guys, I could even tell you, if you buy the Agent Growth Lab package, I'm more than happy to say I provide you the training content. Check it out. If you don't like the first couple classes that you watch, let us know. I'd be more than happy to offer you 100% money back guarantee. That's how confident I am in our offering.
Cool. And then it looks like one last question. Is this compliant with RE Ethics Code of Conducting a Business? Some industries now have restrictions like education.
I haven't heard anything, and I speak at a lot of associations, a ton of them. And a lot of the associations, one of my most popular class is just the ChatGPT Masterclass. And I have a lot of directors who will be a part of my class, sit in my class. So I will say, as far as I know, I have not heard one complaint about it.
I think it more along the lines, if you're maybe creating ebooks and things generated from that and then making profit from it, is that where you could probably see a problem?
Possibly. I think it's kind of one of those things where I feel like there's more and more regulations that are being positioned as they should, but I also know that there are those services that you can go on out and pay and say like, oh, now you authored a book as well, where it's the same book that 10 other agents down the street authored as well. So I would just say that as long as you're not doing anything nefarious with this, I think you should be okay. But also, I do think that we're going to be promoting more kind of code of ethics type conversations about AI as it's emerging. It's still so new that our organizations, the associations, state organizations are still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, if there's no other questions, we'll let you go. Sounds like
I
you're a busy
included
guy
also,
today.
guys, the link so you can download get my 7 tips as well. Travis, I just want to thank you as well for allowing me to be a part of this. And do know if you like this training, perhaps there's opportunities for us to collaborate as well in the future.
Yeah, definitely. So appreciate that. Thank you for coming on. That was great. Obviously we could sit and talk for hours, but you know, everybody has time constraints. So um, yeah, I'd love to have you on again. Thank you for coming. And guys, if you have any questions, the replay is always in the back office and on YouTube. So um,
And and if I could just lastly, feel free to connect with me on Instagram, guys. I post a lot of things on Instagram with the intent of you seeing. Most of the content I'm posting is for real estate agents to see. So just to kind of give you an idea of the different posts I'm posting, like even my business stuff, so you can mimic and copy that sort of thing. So connect with me on Instagram. It's JD Reyes01, and I look forward to connecting with all of you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
And thanks again, Travis.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Bye-bye.
All right.
You too.
All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that webinar. If you weren't on in the beginning, I just want to let everybody know that 1099s, they are out. They went out via email. They were sent from Rise Realty CA at Gmail. If you have any questions or you need a modification on there, such as an address change or something like that, if we have an old address of yours, just respond back to that email and Alicia will get that handled for you. So they were all sent out last week. If you did not receive one, I would check your spam folder, but you can also ask to have it resent. They all came from Rise Realty CA Gmail from Alicia. So if there's no other questions, I say we can go ahead and get on with our day. Hopefully you enjoyed that webinar and challenge yourself to put out a video a week, or at least try and put one out today. Test some of the stuff that he brought onto the meeting, and it's very, very low cost, and investing in some of this stuff rather than, going out and paying for leads and things like that. And I know some of you prefer that, but, investing in doing something like this, for one thing, is going to be probably a little less of a grind for you. And it's building your audience up, and it's, your audience is out there seeing that you're working and providing value. And that's really what we need to be focused on these days as realtors, is providing value to our clients. And that's how we're going to earn more business and more referrals. So, yeah. If you do create any videos, it's your first one, post it up in the Facebook group. Let's take a look at it, and let's all help each other out, support each other, and build our businesses. So hopefully everybody has a great day, and I'm around if you need anything, and we'll talk to you soon.